If you're already in the position that you're in and you feel like you shouldn't be in that position, yes, you should. Because you already perform to a standard higher than what everybody is expecting. Even if you don't get recognized for it, I recognize you doing it. I recognize your efforts. And you're great. You're amazing. And just when you find yourself struggling with like imposter syndrome, just remember that if you really couldn't handle it, you wouldn't be there. You would have been fired. You would have been out. You would have been replaced already. You deserve it.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Siani, and today I want to talk about imposter syndrome. So, it's coming up on a year since I graduated college, and no one really tells you about the quarter life crisis that you get. Like, you turn 20, graduate when you're like 22, or graduate whenever actually, but I graduated when I was 21, and no one told me how hard I would be hit with like a crisis, like a midlife crisis, a quarter life crisis, because you go from being a student majority of your life to nothing. Like, you go to school, there's structure, there's a schedule, you know where you need to be. And then, can you stop, little girl? Thank you. And then you graduate, and where you need to be is up to you. Like, if you need to be somewhere, you have to get yourself there. If you want to be somewhere, you can go. If you don't want to be somewhere, you can leave. And you have to, like, thank you for the flop. And it's more so for someone like me who made school such a huge part of their identity. Like, yes, I'm suffering from perfectionism and learning that it's okay to be imperfect, that there's no schedule for it. I'm getting ahead of myself. For so long, school was just a big part of who I was, and it's how I saw my self-worth. Like, I had to be the top student, had to get good grades. Like, that was how I saw value in myself. And in the long run, that mindset is not good at all. Like, I suffer from, like, stress conditions. Like, stress affects me very easily. And it just exacerbates everything and makes everything 10 times harder. And the thing is, there's no way to escape stress. It just depends on how you handle it. And I was so stressed out after I graduated college. Like, yes, I was relieved. No more finals, no more projects with people who didn't care, no more racial incidents from classmates, because you won't have any more classmates. And it's a little scary that whatever I want to be is up to me, even though it's always been up to me. Who will I be? It's up to me. Something, 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 something. And Salem, I'm in here. Hi, hello, welcome. Anything else? Tell us how you really feel. But yeah, you can literally do whatever you want, and it's up to you to make yourself happy. Like, if you want to pick up new hobbies, pick up new hobbies. If you want to learn something new, learn something new. That's another thing. I actually wanted to learn more after I graduated. And I guess because it's not someone telling me what I have to learn, I can literally follow my interests. Even though when you go to college, you should follow your interests, or else you're just going to waste your time, and more important, you're going to be wasting money. But, sometimes you really can't follow your interests and you have to do something that you think would make you money. I thought I wanted to be pre-vet, but the classes were hard. And again, I was like top of my class, new fish out of water, or whatever the saying goes. And I was like, is this really something that I want? And it turns out it wasn't. Even if I thought it was for many, many years, it turns out it wasn't. And I tried journalism, and then I couldn't pass the spelling test, and I was like, I can't do this. And so I became a media studies major, a visual media studies major, which is like, I like to call it a film degree, because personally, that's what it was. It was a film degree. It wasn't no UCLA, and it wasn't no Florida State University. But in my opinion, in my experience, that is an Auburn-made film degree. Where am I going with this? Imposter syndrome. I don't even know what I'm going to say anymore, but moving on. Where do I feel imposter syndrome currently in my life? Most of the time it's at work, because when I first started my job, freshman year, still pre-vet, by the way, I was working at the athletics department, and I worked in sports broadcasting, and it's great, and I'm still there to this day. And I was wondering, is this something that I wanted to do? Turns out it is. And so I've been working there for like 5 years now, and for a long time, I was the only black girl there, and I'm already going to a PWI, and so it was just really hard to be the only person that looked like me in a room. And it's hard to hold on to who you are and the things that make you you when you have to do it alone, or there's so much outside influence that makes it hard to hold on to yourself. Like, it's so much easier to hold on to who you are when you have people who have the same values as you. And also kind of like who look like you. Like, as a minority, I feel it's always comforting when I see another black person in the room or doing what I'm doing. It's inspiring to see someone who's black who's doing something that I want to do. And I just feel very motivated. That's just me. Where if I see another black person like being great, it makes me feel like I can be great. I can do whatever. But it's even more so when I see a black woman doing it. And it's hard to realize that there's not going to be a black woman to show you how to do it. You just have to do it and be that for others. And if I can be that for others, then that would make me feel great. I would feel so warm and fuzzy inside to know that I can set an example for someone else, to inspire someone else. But yeah, my whole point, I say all this to say, I feel imposter syndrome at work because there's not a lot of black people. We just hired more black people too. Well, specifically black ladies. There was me, there was someone else before me, and then there's my girl Cherie, hey, and they hired 2 more. I knew this other girl from the club we were in, and then I met another one, and it's just nice to see more me. That sounds a little conceited, but to see more black women. Always remember that when you graduate college, you're going to go through a life crisis. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you ever went through any imposter syndrome feelings. Share it in the comments so we can just create a community of people who are just going through the same thing and help each other out. All right, bye.
Also, I have this to say. As a black woman, as a black person, you know you always have to go above and beyond. And I just feel like if you are black, especially a black woman, if you're already in the position that you're in and you feel like you shouldn't be in that position, yes, you should. Cause you know you already perform to a standard higher than what everybody is expecting. Even if you don't get recognized for it, I recognize you doing it. I recognize your efforts. And you're great. You're amazing. And just when you find yourself struggling with like imposter syndrome, just remember that if you really couldn't handle it, you wouldn't be there. You would have been fired. You would have been out. You would have been replaced already. You deserve it.